Hello and welcome to another episode of Roll Initiative. My name is Dave. I'm a DM for a group of friends to get together and play D&D. Okay guys, we're going to jump right into this. Last session, you guys made a decision to aid the people of Chult. Doing this, you managed to gather 5 ships, local fishermen ships that were willing to follow you down to Chult after a price of 100 gold piece per ship. You guys traveled there, noticing on the second day 2 ships, smaller, making their way south also. Kari and Leah, after using Headwing to see the situation, you noticed these ships were LOA ships. You also noticed the captain of one, very similar style to Rufus. Looking at this, you then pooped on, and you guys made your way back to the ship. You also watched as the one ship pulled more to a sideways, being able to be armed to shoot anything they needed to that was coming from Chult. The other ship made it into port, right off port, where you guys arrived. Again, Kari, you went first with Oriana on your back as a giant eagle, and saw this crowd, large crowd of Chultans, and a large line of LOA soldiers, keeping them back from getting to the docks. In the midst of this crowd, you saw Wakanga trying to keep things calm, as usual. You guys made it, and you heard a very familiar voice. Someone you knew as a very, actually young child, roughly the age of 12, that you met him, a Domino Wolf. Now, obviously continue his service in the LOA. You explained him your motives for being there, which he could not allow, and you fired upon his ship. Not doing much damage to it, but enough to alert the soldiers. Soldiers then fired onto your ship. You, Kari, transformed, landed behind them. Screeches scared them, caused them to spin again, and they basically unloaded their crossbolts into you, transferring you back into human form. This crowd of Chultans then basically ran over the LOA guard as they were trying to reload their weapons. Oriana making it to Wakanga as this crowd pushed forward. You lost sight of him as he was trampled by the Chultans. Examining him, he basically told you to leave, to go, which you did. The Chultans basically were jumping into the water, running down the docks, anything they could to start getting on any ship they could. You all took enough time to guide them, to get them on the proper ships. Your last situation was with Domino's. Basically, he was knocked into the water, you aided him out, and he gave you 10 minutes to go, warning you that the ship that lays ahead will not. And that's where we'll pick up. You guys are now sailing towards his ship. The Morning Star is leading the way, as the other 5 ships behind you now holding refugees. Heading towards his ship. You're now about maybe a quarter mile out from it. What do you want to do?
Quarter mile out from the other ship?
Yeah, this right now, you're still farther away than what this is depicting at the moment, but you are sailing right towards it. You can see it turn sideways. You can see the ballista opens, armed, pointing towards you guys.
What's the armor class on our boat?
15. On the actual boat, the hull
Alright.
is 15.
How
Up
about
here,
the-
the helm is 18. The sails are like 12. And the weapons are like at 15.
The nose of the boat?
I don't.
Bow.
The ram is 20.
The bow. Ram. 20. Never mind.
The actual sticky
Don't
part.
need the help. Alright.
Oh, yes. And they all have, thresholds, which are mostly 20 for most of these things, and the ram has a 10 threshold.
Okie dokie.
I'm not sure that we're going to be ramming anything at the moment, but
Nope.
it's there.
So you guys continue to sail towards his ship.
Can we get around it?
So right now,
Can we go like...
not even looking at this,
You
we're
could
coming
attempt
at
to.
it straight on,
Full
Yes.
sails.
and they're already
They're turned
broadside
sideways.
to
Yeah,
us?
they're broadside towards you. You could attempt to sail around it. The one thing you would definitely know from your experience on this is, number one, The LOA never just sends out 2 ships. There's probably more to come out of Daggerford. And number 2 is just going to follow you to your destination. So basically, it's up to you guys at that point, but you kind of...
No, we're going to get into position and do the same thing.
Fire
Line
first.
it up.
So you guys sail up.
Surprise.
You turn that boat to where it's looking just like it's depicted here. Boom, and the other one. Like I said, the other one's smaller than
All I'm going to
yours.
say, and I'm not trying to say it against us, but they're going to see us coming at them and then doing that.
Yep, so you're both in this situation now through a loud horn that you also have armed on your boat, a large communication device. You hear a voice ring out.
Surrender now.
This is Captain Hardwick of the LOA. Turn around or be fired upon.
Now, real quick, I've got the other boats, and we've got people on our boat as well. Probably down below.
They're all down below in the
Okay.
safest place you thought you could put them at this point. You also have the workers you hired armed at the ballistas.
Okay. So his question was,
Turn around.
Turn around. This is Captain Hardwick of the LOA.
See this boat?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Stop
gonna-
your course. Go back to Chult or be fired upon.
I'm going to lean over to Rufus. Before we fire, you want me to fire a warning shot?
we got in mind.
Lightning strike across the bow?
Sure.
Why don't you
Why don't you actually just do it right on
into the
boat?
bow? Put a hole in it and
I want it to be an actual shot, not just a warning.
Got you.
we only got 30
I'll
ammo.
aim for center of the boat, center mass, and bring down call lightning.
Okay. That's an attack roll on your part.
She's gonna light their sails on fire.
You're aiming at the hull, correct?
Right here. That nice
The
little
hole.
spot
Yep.
right there.
Yes, the hole.
Alright.
And we could call it for mass or whatever, but
Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dex saving throw. Yeah, it just happens. I don't attack. It just happens.
Okay, what's the damage?
3d10 lightning damage on
Okay,
a failed
here's
save.
how we're going to have to do it. You're going to roll 3d10. This ship does have a threshold,
Right?
but the soldiers around it
have an armor class.
saving throw.
Yes, dexterity.
Bardic inspiration.
No, it's on him.
No.
to do
Oh,
it.
that's right. You can't. Yeah.
I rolled a 13.
16.
Okay. So the soldiers will definitely take it.
10, 9 plus 8 is 17.
17.
Yes.
Okay. So as this lightning triggers down, you see the crewmen that are around it.
Mm-hmm.
This area right here, crewmen are gone.
Blast off.
They just fall dead, burnt since down. The ship kind of leaves a small burn mark on it, but don't seem to do anything
That's
to it.
fine.
So
I've got
I'm gonna call initiative now.
Okay.
That was your warning.
The boat has initiative?
Yep.
It does.
Okay.
So basically, whoever wants to roll a boat initiative, you add your dexterity modifier to it, but it's also morale.
Well, see, there's for the boat. Is it the boat or not the boat?
It's a boat plus a dexterity modifier.
Is it time
Yeah,
to
it's-
roll a
Can I roll
It's a minus
one for
3.
my boat?
So let's see.
With
Yeah, you
I'm
can-
gonna roll the boat first. The
You
boat
can
is.
still do
The
something.
boat
I
is
would
2.
think. You can still shoot an arrow,
Well, each character roll their own, and then the boat has its own.
and he's gonna roll the
Mine's
boat.
great. I should have said it the other way. Mine's 2 and the boat's is 21.
So here we go. Give me 1 second here. So it is.
All that really means is we're all gonna have our actions, and as the boat, it's gonna be pretty low on the fire the weapons, but that's okay. We all gotta do stuff in between that anyway, so hopefully we figure out some stuff.
Okay.
I have wall of fire too.
Not much different.
How far away can you put it?
On their boat.
On their boat. So put a wall of fire on their boat. Yeah.
Okay. So 20 and 25.
20.
Oh,
21.
20. Natural.
Okay.
Oh, 21. Sorry.
Wow.
Okay. So,
You go first. I gotta figure
you
out.
guys are all tied in. You have 21?
Yeah.
Rufus, you also have 21?
Yeah.
24 if you want to count my
I'm not
initiative,
sure.
You
right?
count
I'm
your
not sure I'm
initiative.
gonna be able to do
Okay,
all that
24.
much.
Because I got a natural, so that's why I was like,
And
I'm pretty-
Oriana, so you have
Natural
21?
20 doesn't count on
on a
initiative.
boat.
That's
20.
every time it doesn't matter.
Rufus, you have 21. Bakari also had 21.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Again, like we said, we're
Well,
gonna figure this out as we
initiatives.
go, right? Because I'm kind of tied with the boat right
Yes.
now.
Soldiers
I'm not sure
are
I'm gonna be
always
able to be
soldiers,
doing my
okay?
own turn the same way. I'm gonna be doing
15 to 20.
Lower.
Okay, 10 of 10 to 15. 5
Single
to 10.
digits.
7. Bingo.
There I am.
and on another boat.
Right in front of the boat.
Yeah, but here's one thing to like. Actually, your ship first, and then my ship is last. So the ship's definitely rolled some low initiatives.
Captain
Okay,
Fitch ship.
Fist ship.
so Leah, what do you want to do?
1 second. Where are you at? Ah, Bixby's hand. Alright, so. Clenched fist. The hand strikes with creature or object with melee spell attack. Your hand using target takes 48 damage. So I'm going to use Bixby's hand. I'm going to punch the side of the boat. Like just.
Okay, give me
Try and
attack
basically
roll.
put a hole
Yeah, give me
in it.
attack roll.
Let's see. An object.
Yeah, it's just a 20 plus your spell attack bonus. And we'll see if you hit.
Oh, plus my spell attack.
Yep.
So I think it's 4 or 5, something like that.
200 pieces of paper.
All the paper.
Plus 7.
Okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
16.
16 does hit. Now I need you to roll me damage on that.
Alright, so the damage
And so you guys understand how this whole threshold things work?
48.
If you break the
force
threshold, you
damage.
take the full damage of it. But you gotta have enough damage to break it, then you take it.
So. What's on 8? Where's the 8?
Need some 8s.
No, it's not 8 either.
Double
These
diamond.
ones. Right? No.
Yep. Double diamond.
Double diamonds. This is 1, 2, 4.
Then you add your plus 7 to that damage. Let's see if we can break the threshold.
Good numbers.
8, 16, 8, so 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, plus 7 is 36.
So this fist, you kind of stand for a moment,
Threshold and what?
and this large fist takes off from you, goes across, punches right to the side of this boat, kind of jolting a little bit as you see, it just kind of pushes the wood into it, cracks a little bit. So yeah, you definitely do it. That's a nice hit. That is your action, but Bigsby's hand does stay active. So it's kind of floating right now around in the sea where we want to place it. Yep.
Right, yeah.
So it's good. Okay. All right, what are you doing?
Let's get this over with. No. Yes. I'm gonna drop call lightning and summon wall of fire across the bow of the boat, across the boat. This
Okay. And that just appears, or is
you
there?
Across the boat bow stern.
Create
thing,
a
though. Move
wall
forward,
of fire on a
move
solid
boat.
surface within range. You can make the wall up 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and a foot thick. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 5d8
Of what?
fire damage.
Duck saving throw,
Oh, I
right?
just looked
Yes.
at a midship. A midship.
Okay. So you plant it right here.
Thank you.
Right where the circle is
I looked him up
the
threshold.
sails.
Okay.
So I need you to roll me damage. You guys kind of watch as Carden stands there and this fire appears and starts to burn at the sails of this boat. Up to one of it. So give me a damage.
I like that.
They're disabled. They can't
It's got to
show
break
after.
that threshold.
You're gonna be stepping on Chult.
I don't think I did it.
At the bottom.
21.
No, you're fine with the sails. Yeah.
Oh.
The sails end up. Yeah, you got it in the hole.
Oh, cool.
So it took the full damage.
All right.
Wow, okay. All right, so the sails. So that was 21 points.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the sails are lighting up.
It's a 60-foot long.
60 foot all the way across.
Yeah. It's a roll. And every creature has to make a dex saving throw and takes those same 21 points.
Yeah, well, they're gone.
Okay.
It's actually bigger than that. I don't know if I told you
Anybody,
about
It's okay.
so is anybody watching this and going, what the fuck?
I can actually make it thicker and shorter. Let me do that.
Oh, that's what she said. Okay, so
We're all watching over like.
okay, so that's more like it right there.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening on the ship.
Okay.
Sorry.
The sails are burning. This is all, it's looking pretty nasty right now. Soldiers are like jumping off, burning into the water, just some floating back up dead. Yeah, it's looking pretty crazy there right now.
I'm an angry druid.
So that is your turn. What you want to do?
Continue the assault. I'm on hold.
Okay.
I got this boat here.
What do you want to do? Yeah, technically, I'll be honest with you.
I'm gonna take my
technically-
turn with the ship.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. What you want to do?
I'm gonna go down where the people are and see if they're okay. On our ship.
Okay, so you go downstairs. You can see that they're arming the ballistas. Give me a quick dexterity check.
Wanna see him dancing?
Do it.
And add your modifier with it.
No, it's 9.
9. You kind of jump in or help them getting those. Let's just crank back, getting all the giant arrows ready to fire off. So yes, you do that. And you help them kind of finish up a couple of them. So you're good. Okay. Soldiers that are left. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, their morale is so bad at this point.
Yummy. Good job.
Captain stays aboard. You can see the soldiers trying to grab
Hey,
pails of water.
Do we have a
Just trying to
rowboat
throw his fire out.
attached?
Yeah.
Like this little thing?
Yeah.
Can we send them out a little rowboat like, hey, surrender.
Well, someone would have to drive their rowboat across.
Alright. Little, person that gets paid nothing to be on the ship at all.
Okay.
Go risk your life some more, dude.
Yeah.
Are you treating them like a slave?
Yeah.
Not a little
As
slave
an
bug there.
expendable?
Like a slave?
They can't get there right away.
I'm treating him like as someone who wants to be a hero.
Okay.
Go
So you
save
got 2 of them rowing it out towards that ship. That's as far as they can get by unlatching and getting it ready and going.
Okay.
That's where they're at. Okay, Rowan, you're up. Oh, so you're watching this fire. You're right kind of,
I think I
Somewhere
just
back
want to
here.
yeah,
grab
about
my
100
ships
feet up.
and the other ships that are not armed.
Keep
and,
going.
And just say, hey, we're going to make a break for it while they're all off.
Keep going, yep.
Okay,
Get him shore.
so, you're there. The captain knows you're on there. Fisk now.
Yeah.
Shocked. And don't you think I know how to run my own ship?
If you
So
do,
now you're
then
calling
you-
orders.
Yeah. So if you think you know how to run your own ship, then you would assume it's time to get out of here as well.
I'm not a coward. I'll stay to the end. If something happens to me, you can play captain. How's that work for you? Is he kind of ship? So you're kind of standing next to him, like, oh, he's a real dick, but that's cool. And he just, you can see sweat off his brow though. He's sweating because you look at the makeup of his ship. It's a big fishing boat. It has great fishing equipment, but
Can
really
I,
nothing for weapons.
even though I'm concentrating
a
currently
big
on
one
that
of these.
spell, can I hear the conversation going on between those two? Are they close enough?
You're close enough because they're not farther than 500 feet away. Yeah, you can hear it.
I'm gonna. Can I? No, never mind. I will on my turn.
Okay.
All right.
So you're basically just watching this dude. Is what you're doing, kind of
Yeah,
just
actually,
waiting for him to
after you
snap.
said that, I kind of feel like saying, well, if you want to die, screw you. I want to jump on my own little dinghy, and then I want to go back to my friend's boat.
As you do it, as you start, you find a small rowboat to get off. As you're doing it, you're walking through these refugees, and you see how they're kind of grabbing onto you and trying to speak to you in words very desperation as you're looking at all of them, of all different ages as you're wanting to push through.
How many dinghies are on that boat?
So if you want to continue off, I'm going to let you know that's what you're getting because you have to push through this
Yeah, that's fine.
loaded boat. So you kind of like, gotcha. Push
Guys,
them
will
away.
be fine. Let's take you back home.
You got a boat? Okay. So you get on a boat, it's going to take a couple rounds to get there, but you're kind of rowing, and you notice you have coverage from their ship, so nothing crazy is happening at that point when you're floating through the water, so you're fine. Okay. Your guy's ship.
Okay, we're on the ship. All right. First thing we're definitely going to do is we're going to shoot the ballistas.
Okay, so you're firing all 6.
Yeah.
We got 6 still.
Yeah.
Remember shooting 6.
Oh, wait, did you split them? Yeah, no, you got 6.
Well, if I could say we did take like a couple of them off, but they're not going to do anything. But still,
Right.
let's just say it's 4.
4, okay. 4 on each side, so you give away
4 on each side.
Okay,
Yeah, plus 6 hit. 20.
it is.
Okay.
So you fire off
4 of them.
4 of them.
4 of them doing 3d10 each.
Yep.
So 12d10.
Yes.
Bear with me.
Do you need more?
Well, let me at least get 4 in my hand, and that'll be quick.
Oriana, as you're kind of standing where you launch them off, it's very
one more.
deafening
Give me one
loud as this wire and this chain.
Got it.
As you like, everybody kind of holds your ears for a moment as they fire these things off, and you can watch them through the hole
21.
going right at that boat that's burning up. Oh, you got you keep track of that, or Mike?
1637 plus 9, 46 plus 9, 55. One more set.
5.
55 plus 14, 69, 72, 89, 81. Threshold?
You broke the threshold. Wow. Yeah. So,
Kaboom.
okay. So you guys all watch us 4 at once, just shredding the boat.
Away.
Some wood flying everywhere. Okay. There's a blow these big holes in the sides where you take out one of their ballistas, complete this out. As you see bodies just falling from this boat, some trying to jump out from a lower hole now where these weapons sit, as you put a nice gaping hole along the whole bottom of this ship.
Now-
The upper part.
Since I'm kind of tying myself to the ship, I want to use one of my actions to use the mangonel over here.
So you can use one of them, that'll be your action.
Yep. And we're going to use that one. So that'll give me 5d10.
Well, you're back here though.
Well, it's right there at the front.
Yeah.
We're shooting.
Make it accurate.
So you're basically calling out someone to do it. That's your action. You're directing.
Yeah, I'm directing.
You're directing.
Okay, Brock.
That's kind of
up in the front to like real quick. Just adjust that over there. And that
Minute roll,
gives us
attack roll.
plus
Going
5.
for the hole again.
21.
That hits.
Yeah, just the hole. That's easy enough.
That hits as Brock kind of just looks at it for a second, takes both of his hands, just sits down this thing as it just fires this thing off towards the other ship.
8, 11, 6, 17 plus that is 22.
Okay. Okay, so this thing just nails. Part of it kind of hits the ram a little bit, kind of cracks it somewhat, as you can see. It's ship's looking pretty bad. Okay. You're gonna try to fire what they got left. They got 2 ballistas left. They're gonna fire them at you guys. Here it goes.
Did that work out so well? Apparently not.
No, like that. Oh, yeah, it did.
Oh.
12 plus 6, 18. So it hits. So 2 of these giant arrows come right at your ship. Let's see what they do. If I can break the threshold.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it hits. Now that's a threshold. That's like a twice to hit thing.
Right?
4, yeah. So, they just cut short from hitting the ship. They kind of, just from the damage of the ship as they fire them, they suddenly just kind of
Down to the water up.
down to the water underneath it. They just miss.
Salty.
So, top of round. That fire's still going, so do I continue to take damage from it? As long as I
It's
concentrate on it?
Leah's turn first.
Oh, Leah, okay. Yep, Leah, up.
You can just sing them a nice sad song.
Yeah, a song of fire. And
Let the sirens take them. Play the siren song.
no.
Oh, come on. We want their souls to go somewhere.
I guess I will go ahead and just use Bixby's hand and punch it again.
Okay, give me the attack roll again.
20.
Punch the weak
Plus your
spot
7.
right?
of the
Plus
fire. Plus 7.
9.
9 total.
Yeah.
Digsby's whoops.
It just kind of misses, crosses, and tries to hit it. But now you do get an action yourself. That's a
Alright.
bonus action to use them, so you can attempt to fire an arrow, just can't cast another spell.
Can't do do I see the captain anywhere on the ship?
Captain, just to get his steering wheel through something, but the captain is back here as his fire is coming closer to him. His steering wheel is sitting right there, so he's on the very back, kind of driving, so he has his smoke and everything's coming.
Alright.
Why don't you take a nice long range shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nice long range shot.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
Where are you at?
She's up here.
Oh, up there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, yeah. So you can kind of make it out through the smoke. You can see him back there trying to he's coughing, he's shouting out commands, and yeah. So on yours. A 20 and your proficiency die.
Which is an 8 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is an 8 now. Change that.
Well,
Oh, I had never changed
1?
that. I kept leaving it at a 6. I've been an 8 for like a level and a half.
okay, so as you're standing here and you're really focusing, the waves kind of kick up, and from those arrows hitting underneath, kind of cause a slight jolt to the boat as you go, oh, and the arrow releases, firing right down at one of those people on the boat. And you watch as it just goes right through him, and he goes, and drops over, gone.
Friendly fire.
This is why we can't do nice things.
And you're like, oops. As the one guy's looking back now, he's trying to roll by himself, and he's in the middle of these two ships at fire. Okay, so that's your turn.
Can I take another swing?
Yeah, you kind of, now you're really feeling, you're like,
Now don't
I need
you
a little
wish you
more,
were
just take a
serenading
little
them?
more of it. Carry your up.
Alright, another 5d8. Got it
It's
going.
about to be like
so-
Titanic where we're just like running through the dead bodies.
Yeah, well, it takes another 5d8.
Jesus.
Praise the little children.
3 is 15 plus 8 is 20, 23.
Fresh.
Broke it. Boat's looking pretty serious, guys, as now the sails are half gone. As now it's making its way up towards the crow's nest. As you see someone that was trying to like pour anything he could down on it, just kind of burn up and just try to jump off into the water as he's on fire as he's jumping down. So sails, yeah. Not much left. They're well over half gone. But that's your, you still can
I'm
do
just,
something else.
yeah, I'm gonna lean over to Rufus and, what was I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind, I'm too busy concentrating. Damn
So
it.
that's your,
Be nice, Rufus.
Continue the assault!
Yeah, that's all.
okay. All right, so Rufus, you're up.
There's still a boat there.
It's looking pretty bad now. You can see part of it now from the damage, as the tail end is starting to want to sink a little bit as it's filling with water, but there's still fire going on. Sails are
What's
pretty
the
much
deal
gone.
with these guys? Is one guy doing it? Is he still trying to go
He's
over
trying to row, and now he's kind of like,
Is he gonna get there at all? Should I just call him back? Like, is
he's
he
kind of waving his hands
Yeah, maybe.
as a wave, kind of floating back and forth.
I'll do that
between-
and just come on
Come back.
So he kind of just, and you can see as he tries to turn it, he's
Save one life, right?
Yeah.
trying to
Save the
push
one I
himself
started
back
off with.
to get back to the boat.
All right. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, how does this work? Can we just fire the ballistas again?
On the
No,
boat's
it's
turn.
on the ship turn. Not on your turn.
You can have.
Oh, it's my turn.
Right,
My
yeah.
turn is the ship's turn. That's what I did last time. I didn't really take my turn. My turn is the ship's turn.
Well, you fired one of the weapons. You directed someone to fire
I
the
did.
weapon.
Brock
you
did
could,
that.
Yeah.
You could direct
Okay.
him to fire one of those.
Then let's do that first,
Okay. And then the ballistas, though, is on the ship's initiative.
and that'll be on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the end.
Yep.
I'm
Or
before it.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brock's gonna do that then. He reloaded it.
Yep. He kind of lifts his big thing, kind of standing there waiting.
Probably the best one to be operating.
16.
16 does, yeah. It hits if you're going for the hole, you hit it.
It does hit the hole. And 5.
Yep.
Good. 16, 18. So 18 plus 16, 20.
18 plus 16, 34.
34, and then
18 plus 16 is
plus
34.
34, right?
Yep.
That's just it. Yeah, 34.
Okay. Again, Brock. This time as it hits, you can see the boat kind of wanting to capsize a little bit this way as it's just beginning to sink on different areas. As the captain is still trying to maintain control, screaming out orders at this point. That's your turn. Oriana, you're down a thing. I'm going to take it reloading the ballistas.
No, I'm gonna come back up.
Basically come back up. What you want to do?
How far away is this ship from us right now? How many feet or whatever?
About 50.
Oh, okay, great. So,
Between 50 and 60.
I'll hold out the staff of fire,
Okay.
And-
This is the stuff.
put it over here for fireball. Right here.
Oh, those 3
1,
guys.
2, 3.
Boom.
Okay, and we'll also
Blow
be
up
going for the helm.
The helm.
So that's an attack roll. So give me the attack.
It gets a little bit harder armor class,
Fireball's an
so
attack roll.
inspiration.
Yeah, okay.
Inspiration with that D8.
Yeah, inspiration.
Or 20 proficiency D8. Guarantee that shit. No, don't do that.
Sorry, I got 16.
Well, 16 definitely. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
And 16
Well, I don't know about
does
itself.
not, unfortunately, hit the helm, but you do hit the 3 guys.
Oh, okay, great. Well then, I'll take 8d6. So,
Okay.
Bye-bye.
21, 27, 30, and 36.
So you kind of know now this is your
Oh, plus 8. So 36.
spell tech bonus. You don't have magic.
Oh, that's right. So it's just.
Yep.
Okay.
So you, and it feels really good for a moment to be able to do this, even though it's coming from the staff. As you just focus and you point that staff and you watch as you just light these two. Again, jumping off the ship. The captain kind of stands for a minute as he just burning and burning and burning as you watch him just kind of go over the side of the ship. So now the ship is just burning.
And then I have no captain. So.
And now it's not a threat.
Thanks
No.
for taking him out because I missed him.
There's no soldiers really. The ones that now you see them kind of abandoning the ship. Some that are burning just jumping off to say as the ship is just beginning to teeter, begin to sink. Rowan, you make it to the Morning Star, to rowboat, as you kind of get up next to it, climb up on the ship. As now you get a view, because you haven't seen any of this, as you see this, the LOA sails just burning up, just smoke, this ship that is just beginning to sink, bare, vacant, nothing on it. Everybody give me a perception.
$13.
16.
16.
Give me one for Brock, just for that.
Wisdom. He just basically just gets. Yeah, he got 4.
So Brock's back's kind of all turned, kind of looking at it, kind of thudding on the boat, almost in excitement as he hits his weapon. You see, he like starts low, no one under, and hits it. And you're like, he wants to hit it again.
Well,
Kind of slams his fist down as he's looking out at that boat sinking. You guys kind of are standing for a moment, you're like, and you look over to me to your right, and in the distance, way in distance, you can see very smallly the coast of Fairwood, and you swear you see objects that are starting to sail out towards its ships. As you kind of look, and they all kind of direct it, you get on your scope thing, you look, fold it in. Guys, now they're sending the warships.
and we are but one.
Time to get out. As you know, just like Don told you, they were going to be sending more. And now with this fire that's burning over the ocean, and them being able to watch your thing, they're setting out the ships early.
Yeah, and I went for here. And we're gonna go off that way, so that.
So you watch now as this ship is just starting to sink through
So
parts of fire.
it's
Wait, so
burning
what
on
kind
its
of
own
what
now,
kind of
right?
illusion area we got?
Oh, we have a.
We got illusion
A mirror
like
or
as far as the
invisibility?
boat goes? Probably not.
We have what?
I was
We
gonna
can't
blow the
illusion this
smoke.
boat over again.
I was gonna blow the smoke to create a fog cloud.
I could cast steam
Yeah.
cloud too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That'll
gonna.
work.
Yeah, that's
But
what
then
I'm
we
gonna
would
do.
be in the stinking cloud.
Oh, not
Yeah,
a
no.
stinking cloud.
I'm gonna do a wind wall to blow what smoke there is in their direction.
Okay, so you kind of stand there, twirl your hands as you look at this water.
So literally, like we'll light a little fire like off the.
Well, it's coming up,
It's
whatever,
not-
still.
I've got
off that
plenty.
ship.
Still
Yeah.
sinking.
Well, we're leaving that ship.
Yeah,
aren't we?
she kind of.
It'll be gone by
So
the
it's just
time
gonna
we
be
get
quick.
here.
Then you watch
Sending
as
the
this
wind
wind
that way.
wall creates this line of fog that now you guys can't even see through, which means they can.
Okay.
Hustle.
For
I actually
however
have
long, and we just
invisibility.
go.
But it only counts for me, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we
So right, she put up a nice smoke screen,
Yeah.
and then we are.
Let's get
Sailing on.
Well,
Yeah.
still heading to Waterdeep.
Yes.
But just around.
Well, you guys push forward. As the other ships too make it through this fog now is created, all behind you, moving at a good steady pace as you're pushing it. In
Is
fact,
it one
at
of these
point-
where like as soon as we cross the thing, they're on the other side, and it's like, oops, now we're over here.
You make it through. You were far enough away; they weren't going to get you any immediate time.
Right.
They were a good couple hours out, but it was still they can't see anything.
Covered our ass.
Good.
As you guys push north, you spend the next 2-3 days in complete and utter paranoia, as all of you are kind of always looking at back on the sea. Are they follow us? Do they know
At
which way to line? Are they
least
coming? Is this happening?
Once a day, I'm gonna cast wind wall to push us a little faster.
Well, and it's still us and 5 other boats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're all still together.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got a armada.
I'm gonna be pushing us as hard
Armada.
as I can.
So you guys are pushing.
Good
Pushing
word.
as these ships are keeping up with you, but the feeling of
stop.
paranoia, and they're going to catch us, they're going to catch us, they're going to catch us. And no, you make it to approaching the port of Waterdeep. As you kind of look at it for a moment, what do you want to do?
go
Before we
directly
actually
to the
get there, maybe we should send one of the small boats off again and maybe go figure out where this tunnel, this underground
I'll
is.
say a mile up. Wait, it's been 2 days?
Yeah.
So we're getting into
Either
Waterdeep
you
again.
said
We want to go
Headwing or
figure
I
out where
can
this
go
tunnel
swimming.
is.
I'll send headway.
Okay. So you are coming upon the docks of Waterdeep, far enough out where ships are coming.
I
You
need to
send,
use one of your BAMFs now.
you send Headwing out. Takes a little while as you kind of want to try to slow the pace down these ships for a moment. Almost just kind of bring it as you stand there. Watch he flies past the port. About a quarter mile as you watch the shoreline kind of curve in. You see a large cave opening. Water that flows into it.
So maybe gonna go park the boat in there.
And Headwing sees 2 individuals standing on the corners of this cave entrance. As he looks at them, and you see through his eyes, you recognize the armor. This black, form-fitting armor. Where on the side, you can see the K and DS small onto it as they're kind of standing there waiting.
Okay.
So as you see,
So I'm gonna call her back.
comes back. You guys want to push on?
Yeah, I let them know who's there and
It's a big enough cave for the boat.
No, it's a big enough cave to drop outside of it and get the people inside. This is not
Smaller
like
boats.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll park it right outside.
You guys all give me a stealth.
As
Stealth
me.
and support the boat.
Boat.
Something for the boat.
the boat.
The boat.
I'll roll it. I'll
Stealth.
roll it.
Stealth.
Just
is
a straight
under
roll.
Dexterity. Oh, God. What's
I got
minus
a
300?
25.
Yeah. The road,
Guys, don't
shimmied
make
up and made the things look black instead of.
You guys kind of do sit as you're signaling these boats. You're all kind of making it through, passing up through very discreetly. The docks, luckily, pretty bare. You do notice on the farthest inside, the closest dock to the actual port, you see a small LOA ship. It doesn't seem to be anybody on it at this moment. As you guys kind of push past, you make it to this opening where these 2 individuals, one female, human, very long blonde hair, kind of pulled back. The other one, elven male, in his armor, standing there, weapons. As you kind of bring up to him, they walk out on this rocky path towards you guys. You just want to start emptying them?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
yeah,
pop
we should
down
probably get off the
with
boat
guards.
first.
Just saying, yep.
Go greet them.
Yeah.
They kind of look at him. Gilbert said you do. Didn't believe it. As the girls kind of, I could have done it if you sent me on it, but congratulations.
I don't have to speak for anybody. You can hear them as they all just start making their
And
way.
you see these people don't just make their way, man. They're like pushing themselves off. Some are just, even the ships are a little farther out, they're swimming in these rocks and just pushing their way into this cave area.
I love it.
Where two are kind of
I'm
letting them
gonna
run
be
through.
counting.
Gonna be some cave people.
Final number, it's actually 202 people that you managed to get. Yep. Some of those babies that you might miss as you're counting the first time carrying through. Takes a good hour, 15 minutes to get all this done, hour and a half.
As soon as Fisk's ship pulls up to offload people, I want to climb on the ship.
Okay, so you climb on.
Yeah, I'm.
And Rowan wants to what?
Be out of that whole situation.
What can I do for you?
Not worth my time.
Just came to thank
I'm
you
not gonna do
for
that.
all your help in this. It's appreciated. Mind if I have a look around, make sure they all got off?
Yeah, look around, you find about 10 of them that are cleaning stuff and that, and he goes, and you can tell they don't seem like they're unhappy about doing it.
Okay.
They took a liking to it. You know, try not to be so judgmental,
Maybe don't
especially
be such
considering your kind.
a maybe don't be
Just
such a
this.
prick next time.
Ooh, get him.
Have a nice day.
You too. And I'll do it.
But there's 10
off
of them.
his
You can
boat.
tell these 10 were family. Some young ones with parents. You could tell this was a family that was staying together.
Okay.
No harm, no foul with that.
Okay.
So yeah, you get them all into there. You see the mail message from Gilbert. First of all, your decision. And number two, he told me to tell you if your decision is yes, it's best you leave from here.
So unload and go.
I'll do the best man.
Is that for our assassination?
He
mission?
warned you they'd be looking for you, and they will be.
So
Did he have
we head out to midnight
anything else
now.
for us?
And he goes, and he kind of walks over and picks up this large wood. She has about this big box. Hands it to one of you.
I'll take it.
Rations, health potions, things that might help you on your way. And he said, beware of the barrier. Keep sound minds.
Who am I talking to right now?
Just a blonde hair
Okay,
male.
so let Gilbert know, or maybe you can let me know if Gilbert said. The last thing I was told was to sail west.
Yep. To the void.
Yep.
So basically,
You'll
west
know when you make it to the void.
until I get there.
Keep your minds about you.
Because I know these oceans, so you mean go farther than I've ever gone before,
Yeah,
and then go
sail
somewhere?
off. Sail off the map.
If you make it to the other side of the void, you will find Midgard.
I feel like the void will be welcome, waiting.
Many have gone mad from it. I do wish you luck.
What happens if you go into it already mad? You come out clean and sane.
Good question.
I'm not getting my eye back though. I know that for sure.
Probably not, sir.
So onward.
As you watch all these refugees make it in to this cave, the girl kind of guides them along. And as you stand, you see this cave really goes long into there, and it kind of just heads downward and disappears into blackness.
Do we have any kind of crew left on our boat?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, you got about 25 or so. Just regular
Just call it
workers.
20 because you said some people
Yeah.
died for sure. So.
Just some workers.
Okay.
Nothing. No soldiers. Nobody's really able to fight. You have cooks. You have ones that can arm the ballista.
Yeah, a couple of people who learned how to do that.
Basically commoners,
Basics.
but you do have that.
Do we want to take them with us? Yeah, we
Well,
kind
they're
of have
coming
to.
with.
Yeah.
They have to.
So you guys go down and let them.
They're
know
gonna
that.
get paid way better than anybody else who stayed behind.
You can see as some start to come upstairs. Sort of thing. We done here?
So
Some of the ones. No.
you want me to?
Go for it.
Okay, you've given enough bad news today. We have a trip. It's a little long. You'll
Where
be,
to?
the end of the ocean.
I'm going to Midgard.
Where the places meet.
Midgard. That's folklore. We don't even know Midgard exists.
Where do you think?
Some never make it through the void.
Where do you think I'm from?
Well, you made it out.
What's the pay?
You never made it back in.
Who's this?
Just one of the
crew.
commoners. Yeah, the crew.
How much are they getting paid?
Our belly's full.
Harry?
Definitely.
Do we have ale?
definitely.
Always.
How many people are still left? Probably 20?
20.
I'm gonna build another wing. Alright, permanent rooms. If there are and are.
When we return.
Yeah.
I
A separate wing. No, I'm sorry. Drinking hall.
Drinking hall.
Drinking hall.
If I'm
Well,
gonna
we-
die,
Free drinks.
We can transform the LOA one into their personal hall.
Clocks are already turning.
Got
Let's
it.
do Let's do it. Let's
if
do
we're
it.
gonna die, we die full bellies, full of ale and food.
Yeah.
And you know, I'd
If
like
they
to
need,
see
if
this
they need the
Midgard
splash of
stick
gold, I'll just fucking. Dude, here you go.
Just make it rain.
100 gold, 100 gold, 100 gold.
Then onward it is into the dark sea. They call it.
I don't know about 20, 'cause that's 2,000. I can do that, but then I'm broke.
As he goes back downstairs,
Sure, we can all help.
he kind
I'd
of
still
peeks
be
out
okay.
again and says,
Still have 1,500.
"To the
We have
dark
a
sea."
business, so you get
Oh dear.
And you immediately kind of stand there, take a big swig of yourself and itch your face. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand?
Dexterity.
Better be faking it.
Sneaking it.
Perception of 18.
Sneaking the booze. Sneaking the booze.
If you're not proficient in it, then it's just a regular dex roll.
So this one plus 8 and the add 4.
Well, no, because I'm not proficient in sleight of hand.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So just that plus your whatever
Plus my
sleight of hand is.
Plus my
Dexterity.
Which is dex. 6.
So, you all kind of notice
Too much.
that it happened. Leah kind of leaves the party for a moment. She kind of makes her way upstairs and near the helm. And as you guys are all coming up, you kind of see her taking a nice big healthy gulp of this stuff that she kind of puts on her top, puts it back in her jacket, walks off, and that's where we're on tonight's game.
That's what I was gonna say. Something
Sneaky,
to her.
sneaky.
Just gonna go. What you got there?
So you just snuck off another bottle? Is that what you just did?
She's all
You got your booze for the ride home?
Okay, guys, some good game.
Is that why you're drinking so
First
much?
ship battle.
Oh, going
went
home.
well.
Oh.
It was very good. And if you like it, what is it again? Like,
Like, comment,
comment,
and
and subscribe. I'll
subscribe.
get it one day. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Bye.